Good evening, Beverly. Yes, here at the border in Hrebenne, so I'm at the Polish side, and I've been here for 3 days, and you see people arriving continuously. There's already over 420,000 people, Ukrainians mostly, who crossed the border to neighboring Poland. In total, it's more than 700,000 people who left the country since the beginning of the conflict. The situation is very, very dire for civilians. Here, where I am at the border on the Polish side, there are people arriving, mostly women with children, and mostly elderly people, because, as you know, able Ukrainian men have to stay in the country to fight against this Russian invasion. So people coming in. There's also where am I right now? There's a lot of cars of Ukrainians living in Poland and waiting for their relatives to cross the border. Also cars of people who came all the way from Lithuania, Estonia, who also have relatives and friends they're picking up. So there's a huge wave of solidarity which has started here at the border. Poland really putting on a show of solidarity, an unprecedented solidarity. Buses are being organized to bring those people to emergency shelters. Schools have been requisitioned to serve as temporary shelters. Neighboring Germany has also said that Ukrainian refugees could take trains to go to Germany. So a huge solidarity effort that we're witnessing in this time of crisis here.
Yeah. We are also hearing reports, Emmanuelle, that it's not only Ukrainians. We know a number of Afghans have been trying to cross into Poland. Are they trying to join that mass of people trying to get through the border at this point? Are there other people other than Ukrainians?
Indeed, Beverly. There are a lot of people who are non-Ukrainians, who are foreign nationals, who were living in Ukraine at the time when the invasion started. And naturally, they also wanted an out. They didn't want to be part and to be victim of that war. There were a lot of testimonies of people who were saying they were the last people to be allowed to board trains, to board buses, to reach the border. So it seems to have been on the Ukrainian side. That being said, there were 3 lines on the Ukrainian side, one for women and children, one for Ukrainian men, and one for foreign nationals, the likes of which you would see, for example, at an airport, for EU nationals and non-EU nationals. I've met with people, with Congolese people, Angolese people, Vietnamese people. They were telling me that, they were being taken in charge at the Polish border by representatives of their respective embassies, and the Polish government assured that everybody would be taken care of. However, non-Ukrainian nationals only get a 2-week residency permit, after which they do have to be repatriated in their native country.
Emmanuelle, is traffic only flowing one way, or are some people, Ukrainians or people wanting to leave Poland and to go and support the war effort in Ukraine?
Well, not just some of them. There's a lot of Ukrainian men who are actually going the other way, who are returning to Ukraine. People who have been living in neighboring countries. As soon as the invasion started, they've just, got some military gear, some stuff to bring with them, and they decided to go back to Ukraine. I was talking to a group of young men. They were in their early 20s, and they told me they came from Crimea. They live here in Poland, and as soon as the conflict started, they've just decided to go back to defend their country, and they perfectly know that the likely outcome won't be happy for them at the moment. They perfectly know they're putting their lives on the line, yet they want to go. They didn't hesitate one moment, and it was very moving to see this determination. We're seeing this determination from President Zelensky himself. He really rose to the task, to his job. He put on a show of bravery rarely seen from politicians, that the entire people of Ukraine is showing a fortitude that is really, really moving to witness.
Emmanuelle, extraordinary. Thank you so much for giving us a sense of what is happening there, and I'm sure it must be quite chaotic at times. Good to talk.
Thank you, Beverly. Good evening.